Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel and welcome to behind the scenes getting set up for a one-to-one airbrush class. I wanted to do this video today just to sort of show you what's involved in a class, what you'll experience in a class, and the stuff that I have to go through getting set up for a class. Because you're usually seeing like your YouTube videos where I've got the easel, I'm painting or doing a brush review. When it comes to a class, it's a lot sort of more involved and a lot behind the scenes that goes on. Now, my classes are running, so if you are interested in an airbrush class, whether it be a beginner, intermediate or a bit more advanced, or whether you want to sort of learn a little bit more of the custom painting side, I'll cover a class catered for you, what you want to sort of learn. So the customer that has chosen the class has been on 2 classes with me already and he's coming for his 3rd class. So we're sort of up in the ante and up in the artwork because he's progressing really well. So we picked a piece of artwork and that's the first sort of thing that I will look at and sit at night time and go through is the artwork. That's the first and foremost thing. I'll look at that, and then I'll look at the substrate that we're going to be working on, whether we're working on paper, canvas, wood, aluminium, or even a car panel. You know, it's whatever you want to have a go at. So artwork, I'll pan around now and show you the artwork that we've chosen and how I've broke it down. So that's the piece of artwork. Now, when you come for a class, you get, I've done it so you have an image either side, so we're both looking at the same image. Now looking at this piece to do, it is it's a challenging piece for an intermediate. Now I'd say the students are intermediate coming across, so it is a challenging piece. You've got to have your airbrush trigger control down to be able to achieve this, you really have. So I'm trying to break it down as easy as I can. So when you look at the piece of artwork, you can get overwhelmed by looking at that, thinking, oh crikey, where do I start? There's all this going on. So I break it down to, we start off with this piece. I've blanked out the tattoos, the hair's been took away, and we can concentrate on the skin tones, facial features here, and just concentrate on that and work down this piece to get that piece achieved. Then we can move on to the hair. So you both of us are looking at the hair, and all we've got to do is concentrate on putting that piece in. Then you can move on to the tattoos. So you can look at the pieces of the tattoos and concentrate on them. Then you've got the piece in the hair with the flowers, and sort of broke this pitch down into sections. It makes it a lot easier for the student to sort of concentrate on. Instead of staring at everything on the screen, he's just looking at one piece to create all these different folds in the top and things like that. And you work, and that's another part of the dress. And then the last piece is one of the flowers. So that's how I'll break the artwork down. And that's what I did on the last class for him, because we painted a gun. Now I'll pop a picture up in the screen now. We painted this on a class and I did the same. Broke it down into sections and cut away sections like you've just seen on the screen. And it works a lot easier. The student can just concentrate on one piece. Because as I say, looking at a piece of artwork as a beginner, you just get overwhelmed on where to start, and you tend to sort of flit round the image, and you can mess bits up as you go along. But when you're homing in on just one section at a time and working that section, it just makes it a lot easier. So that's the artwork that I go through before. So we've got that stage done. Now it comes to the substrate. Right, we were looking at substrate now, guys. Now, the last class he worked on synthetic paper. Now, if you've not used like illustration paper, it's very smooth. So it slows you down. So that last piece that you've seen of the gun, that's the one we achieved. So it was a very sort of slowed down day where the paint will lay on that substrate, and if you're not careful, it will just spiderweb out. So it was slowing him down and then showing him a little bit more control with the airbrush, being able to go slower and less paint. Now, this class is going to be on MDF. Now, this has been gessoed. Now, gesso is a smooth surface, but it's a lot less forgiving than working on the illustration sheet or synthetic paper, the paint will sort of hit it and sort of grab hold of it a little bit easier. Now, priming this up before the class has been a nightmare. So when you're doing your gesso, I find the best way that I've done it on the channel is spray it. I've got the best results by spraying it, but now that the studio's all sort of done, I'm not doing sort of spraying stuff in here, big stuff. So I've had to gesso these by painting it on and putting a squeegee and putting it on and building the coats up. So these have had 4 coats of gesso, and it's took near on 4 days for this to dry. I've had it standing next to a radiator last night, drying the last coat down, and these have got to now be prepped up. So I'll have to block these in 320 grit, get them all sanded up to like 1000 grit so it's nice and smooth. Now it'll be as smooth as the illustration sheet, but you've just got that, the paint will adhere to it a lot easier. It's got something to go into. The illustration sheet will sit, so it slows you down. So working on this tomorrow should be that little bit more forgiving and a little bit quicker. So that's what I've had to do off camera, is get 2 boards cut up, get these covered in gesso, 4 coats, and I've got to prep these today. Now the next thing that I'll do on these will be projecting the artwork up. So that's how it'll be set up. We'll put that board on that easel, and then I'll set the projector up about 6 feet away. Project the first one up onto the board, pencil all the details in, move on to the next board, duplicate that again, mirror match it. It's got to be absolutely mirror matched, guys, because when the student's following me, he's got to look at exactly the same lines as what I'm looking at. And then I've got to make shields, like masks. So I'll be putting a couple of layers of application tape over this with the projector running, and then going round, penciling round again, take the application tape off, and then make duplicate shields and masks, and then number the masks. So if we're working on the tattoos, there'll be like tattoo number 1, tattoo number 2, 3, 4. There'll be a mask for the top and all the different bits. So they'll be set up, duplicated for both workstations. So when we move on to a certain piece, I can go, right, you need mask number 3, that's what we're working on, and we're going to be using my shields, shield number 2 and shield number 1. The paints we'll use, they're all duplicated as well. So I duplicate the paints, so we have skin tone number like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You'll have your blacks, your whites. So I'm going to go, this piece will be tattoo mask number 2, we're going to use shield number 3, skin tone 4. So it's a lot easier for the student to pick up on. And then he's just got to put the paint, look across, and you'll see how I'm doing it. I'll be going, right, we're going to put a bit of paint here. This is how we're going to put the paint down. And it just makes it flow a lot easier. So that stage has got to be done today. Prep these up, get the mask in, put all that across. Now we'll set up for the actual workstations. Right, so getting the workstations set up so you've got everything to hand for me and for the student. Now I made this, if you've been watching the channel, this is the sort of main one that I use for YouTube. That one and the little easel that you've just seen a minute ago. Now this, I sort of created this for the classes. So you've got workstations that slide out either side, like that. You've got your stools, and then underneath here, storage, you've got 2 fold-up tabletop easels. So these will go like this on here, either side, just nice and easy to pack away. So if I'm doing YouTube stuff and I've had a class, say tomorrow, I can just quickly pack this away and it's nice and easy. So have your 2 easels like that, 2 chairs, twin hookups on the airlines with the holders, and then you get duplicate, I'll do duplicate paint schemes either side. You get duplicate airbrush cleaner, distilled water, isopropanol. You get the shield sets, so there's duplicate of these, and these are the ones where I say you'll need shield number 1, 2, 3 or 4. Everything's matched, so you've Posca paint pen either side, white pencil, black pencil, erasers, electric erasers, it's all duplicated. So I can go, right, we're going to use the ink eraser. You can pick the ink eraser up. It makes it a lot easier. Instead of going, oh, there's only one of these, hang on a minute, that's what you need to do. You've got duplicate. It just makes life a lot easier, guys. When it comes to brushes, we can duplicate on the brushes as well, it's not a problem. So if we want to work on twin Evos or we want to work on twin Infinities, we can do. Now, we've picked, student's going to bring his brush, he's going to bring his custom micron because he's just started picking the micron up and he's really liking it. So he's going to bring his custom micron. So I says, right, well, I'll use my custom micron for the day. So we're on the same needle and nozzle setups, and we should achieve the same piece of work. Hopefully with my guidance, he'll achieve a nice piece of artwork when he walks out the door, and that's what it's about. So that's the sort of setup, and that's what happens behind the scenes, guys, at Dred FX Custom Paint. So if you wanted to come for a class, drop me an email. I'll put the email link in the bottom of the screen now. Drop me an email and I will sort of put together a class for you. I don't just do one specific beginner's class, one intermediate. I sort of make the class for you what you want to learn, you know, whether you want to do specifically you want to do canvas painting or you want to do automotive. We can go through the bits and I can put a class together that suits you. So when you walk away, you've learned something on the day, and you're walking away with a piece of artwork in your hand with a big smile on your face, hopefully, and then you book another class. So thanks for watching. That's behind the scenes of Dred FX Custom Paint. Links in the description, guys, to the products that I use. You know, they work. I've been using them for a long time and they work, so that's why I recommend them, and I'll stick the links and things in the description. So drop your comments, tell me your thoughts, and I will see you lot in the next one. Thanks for watching, guys. Cheers.